Morning. Good morning. Good afternoon. So I've had a very productive day today in Brussels because I started in the morning with the meetings with Andris Kubilius and Kaja Kallas. Went also to NATO to meet with Saker and Mark Rutte. And when I try to sum up what is important at the very moment, what we will discuss also here is, of course, defense readiness of Europe, what we have to do, what we can do more to help Ukraine. We spoke also with Kaja and Andrius about the different initiatives like European Army or European security strategy. My understanding is very clear that we have to separate different things. First, when we talk about defense matters, defense planning, this is in NATO. NATO has the defense plans and is responsible for that. And European responsibility, European Union responsibility is to help European countries to achieve these capabilities we need, and to help also financially. So this has to be very clear that what we do in Europe and what we do in NATO. And of course, regarding the European Army, to be honest, we have the European Army. Each country of Europe has the army, and when we combine them, this is the European Army. And regarding the European strategy or the security strategy, then I would say that we have to look at what are the interests of Europe more globally. And this should be also the aim, because in defense we have defense roadmap, defense readiness, we have the white paper, we have different papers, and we need to implement those papers. This is and implement those plans. This is even more important. And regarding Ukraine, of course, we would like to see that the 90 billion loan moves quickly forward, because Ukraine needs that. We see that Ukraine is still able to fight, and what we also see that the sanctions are actually working. We just published yesterday Estonian Foreign Intelligence Yearbook, where we go in depth what Russia or where Russia is struggling at the moment, and we see that the economy in Russia is not doing well, the banking system is not doing well, so we need to bring up the new sanction packages, and this helps definitely to pressure more Russia and to give better position for the negotiations for Ukraine. So many topics on the table also here during the dinner, and tomorrow we will continue in NATO.
You just noticed Baltic Sentry. Do you think the focus should be on the Arctic rather than on Ukraine?
The focus should be still in Ukraine, but when we talk about Arctic, then Arctic is important, not only for Estonia, but for the United States, for all the Europe. And this is why I'm quite happy to see that, okay, we will talk that tomorrow more closely in NATO, but I'm happy to see that NATO is taking the lead, that there will be vigilance measures called Baltic Sentry. And of course we are ready to contribute, but that doesn't mean that we will forget Ukraine or we will forget the European defense readiness. This is still there, but we have also Eastern Sentry, we have Baltic Sentry, so we will continue also with these vigilance activities. But it's important to remember that still the main threat at the moment is coming from Russia, and we need to help Ukraine to win that war.
Minister.
This is very good news. I'm very frank and clear here. This is a very good news, because we've been talking with Ukrainians already for some time that we are ready to produce also in Estonia, in other European countries for Ukraine, and also that we are ready to buy from Ukraine. So it benefits not only Europe, but first and foremost it benefits Ukraine. So I really hope that we can move very fast here and to see also the implementation, that how the Ukrainian companies can come to produce in Europe, also in Estonia, and then also to sell to European countries. So this is a very, very good initiative.
Minister, also on Arctic Sentry, but suddenly Europe wants to guarantee for greater security in the Arctic region. Is it just because of Trump, or do you see a real threat there?
Greenland is part of Europe, and when there is a threat to one member state of NATO, then this is a threat to all of us. So it doesn't matter, is this in Arctic or is it on eastern flank, or is it in south, in Mediterranean? So we have to deal with that. So when one member state says that we need to focus also to Arctic, so this is not a news to anyone. The Arctic has been also here in Europe on a high agenda for a very long time. Now it has more focus because President Trump also said very clearly that they have the interest to have the protection, and they have the interest to put the Golden Dome equipment or elements to Greenland. So let's take it very calmly. So we plan that. We will work together with NATO members, and then we will find a solution.
You mentioned the Ukraine loan. Some of your colleagues are worried that with this loan, bilateral support will get on the wayside. Do you agree with this assessment, and what do you think can be done about it to upkeep bilateral support for Ukraine?
I really do hope that everyone who is saying that will look into the mirror and ask that, is it the right thing to do? Because it doesn't matter. This is still a loan. So we have to understand that every country in Europe has to help Ukraine as much as we can. So we have now also gathered the information that how much military assistance each country has given. And yes, the reality is that Nordic countries and Baltic countries and Germany and Netherlands are leading this, but that doesn't mean that that someone can say that no, we have the loan and now we don't have to do anything. Everyone still has to do, and just remember that Ukraine needs to have each year around 120 billion, and we are not even close to that. So let's continue also with the bilateral help. So, yeah.
We were talking about Greenland. How concerned are you that this topic is not off the table and that Trump is coming back and demanding more?
We don't have to be concerned. We have to work together with Americans, together with the United States administration to solve that topic. And when Americans feel the threat coming from the Arctic, and we understand that because when the missiles are starting to fly or the rockets are starting to fly, then the trajectory comes over the Greenland. So we clearly understand what's the point there. So it's no point to be worried or to be somehow nervous. It's our job together to solve this, to give the confidence to Americans that yes, we can do that together, and also to strengthen the Arctic security with that. So thank you very much. Nii, ütlen nüüd, kus sa oled, on okei või?